Oh man, I had to take a deep fucking sleep. I slept for like 12 hours because, guys, I was gonna go out last night, but I had a negative, again, man, people call it schizophrenia, but you guys don't understand, man. This shit is real life. That inner voice that everybody has, your instinct, that core gut feeling you get when you just know you shouldn't do something, man. I was gonna go out last night, but keep in mind it was Thursday. And the college kids, for whatever reason, they like to party on Thursdays instead of Fridays now, Thursdays and Saturdays. And I just had a negative feeling about going outside yesterday. Yesterday was the first time that I did not step outside, like actually outside. Yesterday was the first time I didn't go outside in like 6 months, right? I just stayed home and chilled. And despite the negative feeling that I had, I was at least gonna go to the gym. I was at least gonna do something. My instinct told me to not even do that. And I saw why. So I ordered some food because the grocery store was closed, so I needed to fucking eat right. So I ordered some food, and it's gotten so fucking bad that I actually have to put on the delivery notes, if you don't speak English, please don't take this order. And then I leave the delivery instructions because the thing is, man, my apartment complex, like, you can't get in unless somebody lets you in. And then it's like a huge building, right? So it's easy to find my apartment because I leave the number as the delivery note, and all you have to do is just count down. But I've encountered so many fucking drivers that don't speak English, that don't know how to fucking count, that don't know how to do basic math. It got so fucking bad, I just put on the note, if you don't speak English, don't take my order. And please follow the delivery instructions or you're going to lose your tip. Because a lot of drivers, they try to be slick and they just open the front door to the whole building and then they just drop the food off the building. And I always take away my tip. And then they complain on the forums, oh, why doesn't anybody tip me? But I put in the fucking notes, follow the delivery instructions or you're going to lose your tip, right? So boom. So I'm waiting for my food. I was still at least going to go to the gym. But after this shit, boy, I understood because like I was getting agitated at college kids last week because they just get drunk and don't get me wrong, man. When I'm working, these guys are great because they're so fucking drunk. They tip you a stupid amount because it's not their money anyways. But it's like, god damn, man. Sometimes because the thing is, man, drugs and alcohol, they just bring out who you really are. So if you're already stupid, drugs and alcohol make you more stupid. Now, I can't confirm if this delivery driver was on drugs or alcohol, but boy, man, the shit she fucking said, man, I just said, you know what, universe, you win. I see all the signs. I see why my inner voice is telling me not to go outside today. I see why I had a sharp negative feeling just even trying to go to the gym, right? This fucking bitch, right? So she pulls up to the apartment. She sends me a text message. Hey, I do speak English, but where is your building? For anybody that lives in Towson, you know how fucking big the apartment buildings are, man. There's not a single small apartment complex in Towson because it's an expensive place to live. And you know what I'm saying? So you can't fucking miss the apartment complexes, especially when I put the name of the apartments in the fucking delivery notes and then on the front, like you can't miss the shit. It's a giant sign, right? So I'm just like, okay, I see where this is going, man. And, you know, it's whatever, right? So I say to the left of the stop sign, herp or derp, where's the stop sign? I'm trying to be patient because it's not all bad, guys. Like, in the modern society, you really can take advantage of people's incompetence. It's one of the major flaws in the system, or as you gamer guys say, one of the glitches in the game, right? And it's intentional. So you can take advantage of these people, and you can take advantage of, you know, the incompetency that most people display. But every now and then it just gets fucking annoying because it's like, I'm not trying to take advantage of any glitch. I'm not trying to take advantage of a flaw in the game. I just want to get my fucking food so I have extra energy to pump some fucking weights and continue to get lean. You feel me? But after I fucking had to explain to her where the goddamn stop sign is, I then had to tell her, go to the left of the stop sign and the building is right. You can't fucking miss it. It takes up the whole damn street, for crying out loud, right? She then finally makes it to the front door. Well, the door of the apartment complex. And keep in mind, I say how to open the fucking door in the delivery notes because I gave her my code in the delivery notes and that opens the fucking door. Herp, how do you open the door? Bro, whatever, right? So do you want me to just leave it here? I'm like, no, that I put the instructions in the delivery notes. You know what this bitch says, man? Yeah, but I don't go inside of apartment complexes because I'm a female. Now, in 2024, you know, making fun of feminism, it's kind of like a low-hanging fruit, man. You're kind of just beating a dead horse. Everybody knows these people are retarded. Even other feminists know that feminists are retarded. So it's like, you just beat a dead horse when you make fun of these people. Now, I've been seeing memes on the internet for years. Oh, I can't do this because I'm a female. Oh, I can't do that because I'm a female. Oh, I can't walk down the street because I'm a female, right? I've been seeing memes about that shit for years. But this is the first time in my whole fucking life I've ever met somebody that had the brass balls. Now, we weren't face to face, we were on the phone. So she didn't say this to my face, which is probably a good thing because I'd be doing some prison time right now, man. Because it's like, I can contain myself when the idiocy is not happening directly in front of me. But what she said was so astonishing that I actually paused. I didn't say anything for like a good 5 to 10 seconds because I'm just thinking I gotta be sleeping. I gotta be dreaming. This has gotta be a movie, but this ain't no fucking movie. This is real life. She says she doesn't go inside apartment complexes because I am a female. During the pause, she continues to talk because I wasn't saying anything because I was just flabbergasted that somebody could be this stupid. Yeah, I'm a female and I'm not walking inside of an apartment complex. I don't do that. And I'm just thinking in my head. So there's a couple of I got into it with some people on Reddit. I need to stop going on Reddit, but it's good pastime in between rides and when I'm not occupied and when I'm, you know, just passing some time, right? I got into it with some people on Reddit because somebody made a thread, some bullshit about equality. I may make a video called Equality is an Illusion sometime in the future. It's not a priority. Somehow the conversation turned into some feministic bullshit, right? What do you mean women have more rights than men? Then she says something about like being murdered and raped, and I'm just like, guys get murdered and raped more than women. Because Feminism 101 likes to lie to people and act like women are the ones suffering from violent crimes, when no, it's men. And this is a statistical fact. This is not an opinion. When I was a correctional, I actually think I still got the fucking book somewhere, but when I was a correctional officer, we had to carry, well, we didn't have to do shit. It was policy, but nobody followed the policy. I was the only one that followed the policy. We had to carry a little book called Prison Rape Elimination Act, PREA. You know what I'm saying? Some people make fun of me because I got prison rape as one of my bookmarks, like on my Google Chrome, that's why, because I was one of the few officers that actually followed policy. Because this is real life, man. Men get raped and murdered far more than women do. And this is not an opinion. Any feminist that wants to watch this video and argue, this is a fact. You can look this up yourself. It's a statistical fact. Now, of course, you know, in feminist fashion, she said, oh, but who's doing the murdering and the raping? The men are. For the most part, yeah. That's one thing that they're right about. But this fucking bitch was like, I'm not going to go into the apartment complex because I'm a female. And then she proceeded to blab about, oh, violence and I'm a woman and I don't. So I didn't say anything. And I'm gathering, I'm doing my feng shui, man. I'm trying. This is the thing, right? You don't want to get angry and antagonize people that are handling your food, right? There's certain rules in life. You don't antagonize people that are doing your hair for obvious reasons, and you don't antagonize people that are handling your food or making your food for obvious reasons. You fuckers that got a wife at home who cooks and cleans for you, y'all better stop antagonizing that woman because you never know. I mean, did you guys know that there's poisons out there that can make it look like your death was a heart attack? Or that it can make it look like you choked on something or drowned on something? You guys better stop antagonizing the women and men, I ain't judging, the women and men that cook and clean for you. I'm just saying. Mason, you better stop antagonizing. Nah. Glenn wouldn't do that. Shout out to the squad, man. Anyways, though, man. But I had to fucking calm down. I took a deep breath. But I still was hostile. That's how fucking ridiculous. That's how pissed off I got at what the fuck she said. So I said, just leave it there at the door. And in typical feminist fashion, because, you know, feministic women, they do this thing where they don't want to obey a man. They don't want to listen to what a man. They have to always give some type of resistance. They have to always find a way to not listen to what a guy is saying and somehow do something different. I wasn't, because I wanted to hang up. I wanted to stop talking to this chick because I was getting pissed off. I was just like, leave it there. Oh, do you want me to come in and leave it on the... No, leave it there. Oh, so do you want me to leave it by the tape? No, leave it there. Okay, I'll take a picture. Just leave it there. I'll figure out the rest myself. Just leave it there. She said, okay, finally got her to submit and listen to what the fuck I was saying because I just wanted her to drop the food there. I was going to walk down to the door myself, grab the shit. I just wanted to end the conversation. I wanted to stop talking to the bitch. I wanted to get her energy away from me, right? So she said, thank you. I didn't even say you're welcome. I just hung up, went down and got my food, right? But I didn't stop there. You guys know me, man. I'm like, nah, man, no. Something has to happen to this bitch, man. Because it's like, and keep in mind, the chick was older than me. The chick was like in her 50s. Looking at her picture and how her voice sound, the chick has been alive for at least 5 decades, at least 4.5, right? And it's like, how do people live this long while being this stupid? And this is the whole reason I'm making this video. I didn't just stop there. I took my tip away, as I always do when the delivery service is poor. And then I fucking reported the driver. I sent a report to customer support. They always think you're after fucking money. So you have to specify exactly what you want, or they just automatically assume that you're messaging them to get a refund, man. I don't need no fucking refund. I need some accountability. So I sent customer support a message. Hey, if it's possible, I would like to request that I never get paired with this driver ever again. Oh, excuse me, sir. Do you mind explaining what happened? And I explained what happened. I said that she refused to drop off my food to my apartment because she gave the excuse, and I put it in quotation marks, I am a female. Now, I could tell that this is not the first time she's been reported for this shit, and I could tell this is not the first time that customer support agent heard this as an excuse, because he immediately gave me a reply. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, sir. Upon reviewing everything, it seems like she's violated delivery policy, and she'll be disciplined. And I'm like, yeah, that's great. It's cool that you're going to take action against her account, but can you please make sure I don't get paired with her ever again? Oh, yes, sir, no problem, mister. Anything else I can help you with? No, you've done enough, thank you. And so it took me 15 minutes to get through that rage, and I'm still getting pissed off just thinking about it, man. After that happened, I was just like, universe, you win. All the stupids are out today. I fucking ate my food. I took my ass to sleep. I slept for like a good 12 hours. Actually, no, because it's 7 o'clock right now, and I woke up 3 hours ago, so I only slept for 8 hours. But boy, it felt like 12 hours. I needed that sleep, man. And I'm about to go to the gym right now to make up for not going last night. Here's the whole point of the story, guys. So his story repeats itself because the authors never change. Now, when you look at every major society and recorded his story that we're told about, assuming everything that we're told is true, which it probably isn't, but nonetheless, when we regurgitate the stories that the people that rule over us tell us, you know, there's a consistent cycle, right? So you have a society that comes out of nowhere, they become a superpower, and then they fall. Now, what causes these societies to rise and what causes these societies to fall? Well, if you take a look at the old the USSA, I mean, we're pretty much the modern version of the old Roman Empire, right? Because when you look at how the Roman Empire started failing, and this is something that, you know, feminists and trannies will use to kind of justify why they think the way they do, they'll say, oh, but humans have always been this way, just look at history. And they're right to some degree, because when you started looking at how the Roman Empire fell, the men who were supposed to be the leaders of society, they started allowing stupid people to have opinions, right? Stupid people stopped getting bullied in Rome, okay? Society stopped knowing the difference between a man and a woman. I mean, go and look at your history. During the fall of the Roman Empire, the last 100 years, right, people couldn't tell the difference between a man or a woman. People stopped being in shape. They started becoming fat, drug addict alcoholics. Same thing with the USSA. It's now the norm to be a drug addict. And if you tell, one of the biggest problems I have when I'm in the talking hookup phase with female, depending on why I'm talking to them. If I just want to fuck, I just tell them I want to fuck. But if I'm interested in something more, I actually try to have real conversations with them. And a major problem that I have is that when I tell women that I don't drink and I do drugs, right? See, you got to have a high level of game to counter this, because in modern society, if you tell a woman you don't do any drugs and you don't drink, they assume you're boring and they assume you don't have a life. So I mitigate that by proving that I have a life by talking about myself. Usually when I tell them that I like to travel with my friends and whatnot, then they're like, oh, so that's what you like to do. So their interest drops when you tell them you don't do drugs and you don't do alcohol, but you can rise it right back up if you've immediately got something to prove that you got a life and you're not just sitting around doing nothing. But when the Roman Empire started to fall, people couldn't tell the difference between a man and a woman. Stupid people in society began to get protected, and everybody you turn into a fat fucking drug addict alcoholic, right? Look at the USSA. It's the same shit, right? I remember, I'm not that old, but I'm older than a lot of the people that watch my channel, because looking at the numbers, most of the people that watch my channel are they're like teenagers and they're young adults. So 17 through 25 is like the average age group of the people that watch my channel, and the average age group of people that watch YouTube in general. But I do vaguely remember when I was a little kid, if you rolled up in the classroom and you said or did something stupid, and your excuse was, I'm a female, bro, you got thrown in the trash can. Yes, women were not absolved from being bullied. In fact, women probably got, I mean, if you were an attractive female, you probably got messed with even more because people just wanted an excuse to interact with you, right? I had a situation in middle school. This chick is dead now. She died in a car crash. Rest in peace, Ashanti. There was a chick I went to middle school with, Ashanti Epps, man, and I don't think she ever found out that I did this, man. But I'm looking at her in class. Keep in mind, I'm in middle school, right? I didn't have no game in middle school. I just saw this beautiful fucking skinny black chick, and I'm just like, damn, I want to get a reaction out of her. So I took like 5 paper balls, right? So I made a paper ball, then I made a paper ball on top of that paper ball, then I made a paper ball on top of that paper ball, then I made a paper ball on top of that paper ball. The paper ball was like this big by the time. I'm surprised she didn't see me making the shit. But keep in mind, she sat in front of me, and yeah, so I made this giant paper ball, right? So I chucked it at her, boom, right? And then I immediately put my head down like I was doing my work, but I didn't do my work in school, man, and everybody know this. So, you know, I chucked it at her, boom, and I'm actually, I'm doing my work. So Ashanti turns around, right? She looks at me, and then she looks at the guy sitting next to me, Patrick. She's like, why ain't you throwing it at me, Patrick got angry because I was always framing this guy. It was him. It was him. And then she looked at me and then looked at him. Yeah, right. And then threw a book at him. Rest in peace, Ashanti. Nah, she always used to stare at me in class, but I ain't had no game back then, man. I didn't know that was a sign. Anyways, though, so this is what I'm trying to do. I got off on a tangent. This is what I'm trying to say, man. All the fucking goofy shit aside. When there's about to be a total collapse of society, because it's all a cycle, man. When one society collapses, another one takes its place. Now, some conspiracy theorists were saying that it's going to be Canada after America falls. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking care. Something I'm going to talk about probably in a live stream. It doesn't really require its own video, but when the end is about to happen to your society, you will get that feeling that it's time to leave. In fact, my inner voice is telling me that it's time to leave here. So I got in contact with another apartment complex. She's going to actually call me back. It's Friday. Shit. She's actually going to call me back in like 3 hours, and we're going to talk about that because my inner voice is telling me it's time to move. So, yeah, probably by the end of next month, I'm probably going to move. I'm still going to stay in Towson, though, but I'm going to move someplace else because I'm always moving around, man. I don't stay in one place for too long. Your inner voice will tell you when it's time to leave, right? You look at the Holocaust, the Jews that listened to their inner voice, they were on ships coming to America 2 years before the shit even happened, right? And there's pictures proving it, right? So your inner voice will tell you when it's time to leave, when your society is about to totally collapse. And it's up to you to discard your narcissism, right? Because a lot of narcissists, they don't like admitting to flaws about the character. And if they admit that their country is about to fall, then they would be admitting to themselves that they live in the flaw, like their country is flawed, right? And they don't want to do that, right? But you got to conquer your narcissism. You got to conquer your pride. You got to conquer your ego. When you get that sharp negative feeling in your heart and it's telling you to leave, it's time to leave. And I like living here, man. I've gotten comfortable, but it's time to leave. It is what it is, man. So to wrap this video up, guys, when society is about to fall, people reach incomprehensible levels of idiocy, and they're protected, right? Stupid people are protected in modern society, and stupid people are going to be the fall of modern society. And then after this society falls, another society where stupid people are bullied and intelligent people are protected, that society is going to rise and take our place, and then the cycle begins again. I'm not saying there's going to be another Holocaust, hopefully not, but hey, man, you never know. So, I mean, people didn't think that the war between Russia and Ukraine could happen in 2024, right? And I be seeing the videos of other countries, man. I be seeing what people be posting on Instagram, and I be seeing what people be posting on TikTok. And it's just like, damn, here in America, all of our roads are fucking becoming bumpy and crumbly because nobody's fixing the infrastructure. The infrastructure's getting bad. Our education system is teaching people that there's 20 different genders and that you should be a party and drug addict. I joined the clan again in World of Tanks because I want to become purple again, and I gotta hang around other purple players to become purple. And we were talking about this in TeamSpeak, guys. Apparently, drug addiction. Well, I already knew this because they taught us this in the academy, but drug addiction is considered a mental impairment now. It's considered a disability. So in America, society is being groomed to be drug addicts, right? And not necessarily just what would be considered the bad drugs. There's this new movement to make all the people get on TRT, steroids, right? Testosterone replacement therapy, making you a drug addict that way. So society now is being groomed to be drug addicts. They're being groomed to just the education, the highest levels of education are teaching you there's 20 genders and just all this useless bullshit. But then when you look at other societies that are learning like electrical engineering and how to create all kinds of miracles without the use of a god, it's like, damn, man, I see the writing on the wall, man, and I told my friends, you know what I'm saying? When the time comes, we're gonna have to get the fuck out of here. I told them this years ago. And, you know, they said that they're on board, but we're going to see if anybody's bluffing. We're meeting up again on the 27th. I'm going up the 22nd. I'm going up to Michigan on the 22nd. Felix, if you see this video, I already made a Discord status. I think you're bluffing. But hey, man, if you're not bluffing, we'll make a video together in real life, and I'll eat crow, man. Yeah, Felix is here, guys. I got to eat crow now. So anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap this video up, man, because I just had to fucking, you know, the one day my inner voice told me to rest and take a break. It also told me not to go outside because the stupids were out. And the stupids are protected by society. If you beat up a stupid person, if you throw them in a trash can, you're going to get charged for aggravated battery and serious bodily harm. Whereas though 20 years ago, you could throw these people in trash cans and not get in trouble. It is what it is, man. Now, I don't know when the final collapse is going to happen. I'm not going to claim to have that much farsight in the video. All I'm saying is, guys, it's going to happen, you know, it's going to happen sometime in most of your lifetimes. And all I got to say is your inner voice will tell you when it's time to leave. Your inner voice, that inner feeling you got in your heart and your core, it will warn you years in advance for you to get the fuck out of there before the apocalypse starts, man. Before the total collapse starts in modern society. And those of y'all that survive what's gonna happen, we get to fucking watch and observe the rise of a new society and the death of all the soy boys. Don't take that as a threat, YouTube. I'm simply repeating his story. You know, hard times breed better men, and then the better men create times of peace, and then times of peace create soy boys, and then soy boys create times of peril and crisis, and times of peril and crisis create hard times to breed better men to bring peaceful times. It's a cycle. And yeah, man, it's always a cycle. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you probably never will. I shall see you motherfuckers in the next video. If you don't get it, get the fuck off my channel. If you do get it, you probably don't need my videos. And if you're in the middle and you're trying to get it, then I suggest that you listen to your inner voice so you can begin to get it. I shall see you fuckers the next time I'm gonna put a camera in my face, and I don't know when that is. Bye!